Hello everyone, I am Zayan.
And I am Aris.
Today I will be talking about snakes' killing power. Snakes have existed on earth for so many millions of years. Is that true?
Yes.
They have been there from since the time of after the dinosaurs died till now. A big example of prehistoric snake which is not extinct, is extinct, is the Titanoboa. It lived there millions of years ago and it would be very dangerous, and it was big enough to swallow a crocodile. Now, anacondas are big enough to eat deer and moose, which is still a very large size for such a small teeny tiny snake. But the big thing is that they also have venom. There are two types of snakes in the world. They are either venomous or
Non-venomous.
but all of them are deadly to their prey. So I just wanted to make it clear that not every constrictor does not have any venom at all. Some snakes have very mild venom which is not even enough to kill a rat or a frog. That's why they become constrictors. But usually the venom is pretty dangerous. It will do some damage, though only 7% of all snakes can kill us. Now, I have to say that only 10 to 15% of all snakes are actually venomous, whereas 85% to 90% are non venomous. Now, there are four types of venom. First, let's talk about proteolytic venom. So, it destroys the protein of the tissue. And Aris, I want you to tell me which tissue am I trying to talk about?
Your, your body tissue.
Yes, I do not mean those handkerchief tissues, right?
Yeah.
Not that tissue. So it goes in and destroys all the protein in your tissues, and then the tissues get destroyed. And it does do quite a lot of damage, but it is not that dangerous. So just avoid being bitten by snakes, that's better. And I think it eats protein powder to work out, that's why. So now next is hemotoxic venom. Now this attacks the blood. Now it works into coming into your blood stream, and then it does either hemorrhage or necrosis. Now we all know that blood likes giving oxygen to your body cells, which is a good thing. But it does not like giving oxygen to the air because it already has enough of it. So hemorrhage is basically excess bleeding, and necrosis is very little blood because your cells also need the blood which is not required for going to the air. Or it could also go to the other parts of your body and poison it like that. And that is when the cells don't like the blood. It is a deadly type of venom, so it's better to avoid these snakes. They are mostly copperheads, Russell's vipers, these kind of snakes. And then comes neurotoxic venom. So what it does, by the name you can understand that it goes in and attacks the nervous system. Do not be nervous, which means the brain or the spinal cord. And then it attacks muscles, because if it attacks your brain cannot send messages to your muscles, and if your muscles do not work, the heart and lung is also a muscle, and if your heart and lung are also a muscle, that means they both don't work. And if they both don't work, you see where I'm going. And it is a very deadly type of venom, though I do not understand how does this venom have a proper brain to go attack the nervous system and not any other system out there. It's very deadly. Next is cytotoxic venom. It basically attacks and kills cells. Now, proteolytic venom attacks tissues, your cell tissues, and the cytotoxic venom kills basically a cell. It goes inside your cell, kills your cell, and then continues. It's basically like an acid for your skin, but it's not as deadly as hemotoxic and neurotoxic venom. So that is good. It's not a deadly type of venom. It's not as deadly as hemotoxic and neurotoxic venom. But don't be bitten by the snake. Just don't be bitten by any type of snake. It's better that way. Now, we all know that hemotoxic, neurotoxic venom are the deadliest venom. But let's see some snake species which have this kind of venom. So, we have vipers and pit vipers which have proteolytic venom. And I did not say that they live in pits, nor do they live in mansions. They can see heat. That is what being a pit viper means. And the hemotoxic venom is for rattlesnakes, Russell's viper, and copperheads, which are very deadly, especially in the North American countries. So better avoid these ones. And neurotoxic venom, well, cobras, sea snakes, kraits, coral snakes have this venom, especially the inland taipan or the fear snake, which is regarded as the most dangerous snake, king cobra, which is another honorable one on the list, and Malaysian krait, which is a very deadly sea snake. Now, we all know that snake venom is deadly and costs around 81,000 to 138,000 people each year. But it's not all that bad because you can catch a snake and then put its venom into a bottle by if you put a leather cover and then you make it bite, then the venom is going to go straight through its fangs into the bottle. Then you take some samples of the venom from the bottle and you inject it into a very big and strong animal, and then the very big and strong animal will create an anti-venom for you, and then the scientists take it back and treat it, and there you have anti-venom. All of our medicines come from animals and nature. We cannot cope with diseases or poison on our own. I don't see why. Well, there are constrictors which are mostly non-venomous or mildly venomous, which means they are having such little venom or very little potent venom, it cannot even kill a rat or a frog, so it needs to be a constrictor. So they are usually really big, so they constrict them so that each time they exhale and they squeeze hard and hard until blood cannot reach the brain, and if the blood cannot reach the brain has cells which ask for the blood, and if the blood cannot reach the brain cells, then that means the brain won't work, and if the brain does not work, then your muscles won't work, and if the muscles don't work, that means your heart and lung won't work, and if your heart and lung won't work, your body won't work. Now look at that pie chart. Now the red part is showing the non-venomous snake species that exist, and the orange shows the venomous. Yes, there are more non-venomous snakes than venomous ones. Now, the reason I made this video so simple is because if you go to the internet and ask them what kind of snake has this kind of venom, you cannot remember all the chemicals in this, because it is like I cannot even read them. I cannot even read them. I cannot understand. I do not know. And I don't think you can understand at all. So, bye. Thanks for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and for most of all, stay curious. Bye.